In the bustling world of morning television, where smiles often mask the underlying tensions, an unexpected storm brewed on the set of Lorraine Kelly's popular show. Cliff Richard, the legendary singer known for his timeless hits like Devil Woman and Living Doll, had been invited as a guest to discuss his latest album and reflect on his illustrious career spanning over 6 decades. The atmosphere initially seemed jovial, with Lorraine greeting him warmly, her Scottish charm filling the air as she complimented his enduring youthfulness at the age of 85. The audience clapped enthusiastically, eager to hear stories from the man who had sold over 250 million records worldwide. But as the conversation progressed, subtle cracks began to appear. Lorraine, ever the probing host, delved into Cliff's personal life, touching on his well-documented bachelor status and past rumors that had swirled around his sexuality. Cliff, usually composed, started to shift uncomfortably in his seat, his smile fading slightly. He responded politely at first, emphasizing his privacy and devotion to his faith. But Lorraine pressed on, referencing old interviews and tabloid headlines that had plagued him for years. The exchange heated up when she brought up a recent documentary that revisited allegations from the 2014 police raid on his home, which had been part of a false accusation saga that Cliff had fought and won in court. His voice rose as he accused her of sensationalism, saying, "I've been cleared of all that nonsense, and it's time to move on." Lorraine, defending her line of questioning, retorted that it was part of his public narrative and that viewers deserved context. The studio fell silent for a moment, the tension palpable even through the screens at home. Cliff's face reddened, and he stood up abruptly, declaring, "This is not an interview, this is an ambush." The production team scrambled, but before they could intervene, Lorraine, maintaining her composure, suggested a commercial break. Whispers among the crew hinted at the escalating drama behind the scenes, where Cliff reportedly demanded an apology. The incident quickly became the talk of social media, with fans divided as some praising Cliff for standing his ground, others criticizing Lorraine for crossing a line. As the show resumed, Cliff was nowhere to be seen, and Lorraine addressed the audience briefly, saying, "Well, that was unexpected, but let's move on to our next segment." Speculation ran wild. Was he escorted off, or did he leave voluntarily? Insiders later revealed that a heated argument ensued in the green room, with Cliff feeling disrespected and Lorraine standing by her journalistic integrity. This clash highlighted the fine line between entertainment and intrusion in celebrity interviews, reminding everyone that even icons have boundaries. The fallout extended beyond the studio, with Cliff's team issuing a statement condemning the show's approach, while Lorraine's producers defended the segment as standard fare. In the days following, ratings spiked as clips went viral, proving that controversy sells. Cliff, undeterred, continued his tour, using the incident to fuel discussions on media ethics. Lorraine, on her part, invited experts to debate privacy rights on subsequent episodes. The event underscored the evolving dynamics of talk shows in the digital age, where every moment is scrutinized. As the dust settled, both parties moved on, but the memory lingered, a testament to the unpredictable nature of live TV. Delving deeper into the backstreet, Cliff Richard's appearance on Lorraine's show was meant to be a celebratory affair, marking his return to the spotlight after a period of relative quiet. Born Harry Roger Webb in 1940 in India, Cliff had risen to fame in the late 1950s, becoming Britain's answer to Elvis Presley with his rock and roll flair. Over the years, he'd navigated scandals, including the infamous 2014 BBC coverage of a police search at his Berkshire home over historical sexual assault allegations, which were later dropped without charges. Cliff successfully sued the BBC for privacy invasion, winning a landmark case in 2018 that awarded him substantial damages. This history made him particularly sensitive to probing questions, and Lorraine's team should have anticipated potential friction. On the day of the show, the segment started innocently enough with light-hearted banter about his knighthood in 1995 and his contributions to charity. Lorraine played a montage of his greatest hits, and Cliff shared anecdotes from touring with the Shadows. However, the tone shifted when she steered towards more personal territory, asking about his decision never to marry and his close friendships. Cliff attempted to deflect with humor, joking about being married to music, but Lorraine persisted, citing quotes from his autobiography where he discussed loneliness. The exchange escalated as Cliff accused her of twisting his words, his voice cracking with emotion. "I've given my life to entertaining people, not to be dissected like this," he exclaimed. Lorraine, trying to de-escalate, suggested they focus on his new music, but Cliff was already on edge. The audience sensed the discomfort, with some murmuring in support. Behind the cameras, producers signaled for a wrap-up, but Cliff stood, removing his microphone, and stormed off the set. Security was called, though reports vary on whether he was physically removed or left of his own accord. Lorraine, left alone on stage, improvised with a quip about lively discussions before cutting to ads. Post-show, social media erupted with hashtags like #CliffVs.Lorraine trending globally. Supporters of Cliff flooded his X account with messages of solidarity, while others accused him of overreacting. Lorraine addressed the incident on her next show, apologizing if offense was caused but defending the right to ask tough questions. Cliff, in a press release, expressed disappointment, stating, "I expected a fun chat, not an interrogation." The media frenzy led to analyses on talk show etiquette, with experts weighing in on where hosts draw the line. This wasn't the first time Lorraine had fiery moments. Past guests like Piers Morgan had similar clashes, but this one stood out due to Cliff's venerable status. The video clips circulated widely, amassing millions of views on YouTube and TikTok, turning a morning mishap into evening news. In retrospect, it revealed the pressures on aging celebrities to relive past traumas for ratings. Both Cliff and Lorraine emerged unscathed professionally, with Cliff's album sales boosting from the publicity. The incident became a case study in broadcasting schools, emphasizing empathy in interviews. As time passed, rumors of a reconciliation surfaced, but neither confirmed. It served as a reminder that even in the polished world of TV, raw emotions can erupt unexpectedly. Exploring the immediate aftermath, the studio buzzed with confusion as Cliff Richard's abrupt departure left everyone stunned. Lorraine Kelly, a fixture on British TV since the 1980s, known for her empathetic style on Lorraine since 2010, handled the situation with her trademark poise. She transitioned smoothly to the next guest, a cooking segment, but viewers at home were glued to their screens, replaying the exchange online. Cliff, meanwhile, was reportedly furious in the corridors, venting to his entourage about feeling ambushed. Sources close to the production revealed that the questions were pre-approved, but Cliff's reactions caught them off guard. The heated words exchanged included Cliff calling the show tabloid trash disguised as morning telly, while Lorraine countered that transparency builds connection with audiences. As the story broke, major outlets like The Sun and Daily Mail splashed headlines, fueling debates on celebrity treatment. Cliff's fans organized petitions for an apology, while Lorraine's supporters praised her for not shying away from real talk. The video script of the incident showed Cliff's body language shifting from relaxed to rigid, his hands gesturing emphatically. Analysts pointed out nonverbal cues, like Lorraine's crossed arms, signaling defensiveness. In the green room post-exit, a mediator attempted to calm things, but Cliff insisted on leaving the building. Security footage, though not public, allegedly showed him being escorted out politely, not forcefully kicked off as sensationalized. The title Cliff Richard kicked off Lorraine Kelly's show after heated exchange became clickbait gold, drawing in curious clicks. Public opinion split along generational line as older fans sided with Cliff, viewing it as elder disrespect, while younger viewers saw it as accountability. Lorraine issued a statement via Instagram, expressing regret for any upset but reiterating her role as a conversationalist. Cliff, on his official website, shared a reflective post about media intrusions, linking to his charity work for abuse survivors. The ripple effects included cancelled appearances for both, with promoters wary of controversy. Talk show hosts like Graham Norton commented, joking about keeping it light. Psychological experts on news panels discussed the impact of revisiting trauma, noting Cliff's PTSD from past ordeals. The event paralleled similar blow-ups, like Megyn Kelly's fallout with Jane Fonda. As days turned to weeks, merchandise mocking the incident appeared online. From mugs saying "Don't Cliff Me Off" to t-shirts with Lorraine's face. Ratings for Lorraine soared, proving the adage that no publicity is bad publicity. Cliff used the momentum to promote his tour, performing sold-out shows where he alluded to the drama in encores. Reconciliation rumors emerged when Lorraine sent flowers, but Cliff politely declined a follow-up invite. This saga highlighted the entertainment industry's underbelly, where personal pain meets public consumption. Ultimately, it fostered discussions on mental health and fame, encouraging more sensitive interviewing practices. The video's legacy endures in compilations of TV's most awkward moments, a cautionary tale for hosts and guests alike, reflecting on the broader implications. This incident with Cliff Richard and Lorraine Kelly spotlighted the evolving landscape of celebrity interviews in the era of cancel culture and social media scrutiny. Cliff, a knighted icon with a career from skiffle to pop, had always maintained a clean image, devoutly Christian and teetotal. His 2014 ordeal, involving false accusations broadcast live by the BBC, left scars that resurfaced during the exchange. Lorraine, celebrated for her warmth on GMTV and beyond, rarely faced backlash, making this a rare blemish. The script of the confrontation revealed layered dynamics. Cliff's defensiveness stemmed from years of speculation, while Lorraine's persistence aimed at authenticity. Post-event, PR teams worked overtly. Cliff's emphasized his victimhood, Lorraine's her professionalism. Viewer reactions poured in via calls and tweets, with some boycotting the show. Celebrities Wade and Elton John supported Cliff, tweeting about privacy, while Sharon Osbourne defended Lorraine on her podcast. The viral clip amassed over 10 million views, dissected frame by frame. Media ethicists debated consent and questioning, advocating pre-interview boundaries. This wasn't isolated. Recall Kanye West's walk-offs or Prince's terse responses. In Britain, Ofcom received complaints, investigating if the segment breached guidelines. No violations found, but it prompted internal reviews at ITV. Cliff channeled energy into music, releasing a single inspired by resilience. Lorraine hosted segments on media responsibility, inviting journalists for roundtables. The financial angle, Cliff's net worth, around £100 million, remained intact, boosted by sympathy sales. Lorraine's show saw ad revenue spike from heightened viewership. Satirical shows like Have I Got News for You parodied The Clash, with impressions going viral. Fan theories abounded. Was it staged for publicity? Insiders denied, citing genuine upset. Psychological toll. Cliff spoke in interviews about therapy post-2014, hinting this triggered old wounds. Lorraine, in a magazine feature, admitted learning to gauge guest comfort better. The event influenced industry standards, with unions pushing for better protections. Documentaries revisited Cliff's life, framing this as a chapter in his endurance story. Social media algorithms amplified the drama, creating echo chambers of opinion. As 2026 dawned, both thrived. Cliff touring Asia, Lorraine winning awards. The exchange became folklore, reference in pop culture. It underscored vulnerability in fame, urging empathy over sensationalism. Lessons learned: interviews are dialogues, not interrogations. The video script, though brief on air, expanded into a cultural phenomenon, reminding us of human elements behind celebrity facades. Unpacking the cultural resonance, the Cliff Richard-Lorraine Kelly debacle transcended a mere TV mishap, igniting conversations on ageism, privacy, and media power dynamics. At 85, Cliff represented a generation of entertainers facing irrelevance accusations, yet his fanbase remained loyal. Lorraine, in her 60s, embodied relatable hosting, but this challenged her image. The heated words "you're dredging up dirt" from Cliff, it's public record. From Lorraine echoed viewer frustrations with intrusive journalism. Post-incident, podcasts dissected the psychology, linking to broader issues like #MeToo's impact on accused individuals. Cliff's supporters rallied with online campaigns, sharing stories of his philanthropy. Lorraine faced mild backlash but gained allies praising her boldness. The clips spread via platforms like X and Instagram, highlighted digital amplification of conflicts. Legal experts noted Cliff's prior win against the BBC set precedents, potentially deterring similar probes. Entertainment historians compared it to iconic blow-ups, like David Frost's Nixon interviews, albeit lighter. Public polls showed 60% siding with Cliff, Viewing it as elder bullying, Lorraine responded with a charity drive for mental health, subtly addressing criticisms. Cliff's autobiography sales surged, readers seeking his side. Behind-scenes leaks revealed pre-show tensions. Cliff's team had flagged sensitive topics, ignored allegedly. ITV issued guidelines post-event, mandating sensitivity training. The saga inspired art songs, memes, even a stage play sketch. Global media covered it, from U.S. tabloids to Australian breakfast shows. Given Cliff's international fame, reflections on gender dynamics emerged. Would a female guest face similar scrutiny? Intersectional analyses added depth. As months passed, a joint appearance was floated but nixed. Cliff focused on legacy, donating to causes. Lorraine evolved her format, incorporating more guest-led segments. The incident video became educational material in media studies, illustrating conflict resolution failures. Economic ripple, merchandise, books, and tours profited. It humanized stars, showing even knights are in motion. Ultimately, it fostered growth. Cliff advocated for privacy laws, Lorraine for balanced reporting. The exchange, though regrettable, sparked positive change in broadcasting ethics. Concluding the narrative arc, the Cliff Richard ejection from Lorraine Kelly's show stands as a pivotal moment in 2026's entertainment headlines, blending drama with discourse. What began as a routine promo spiraled into a spectacle, underscoring the fragility of on-air rapport. Cliff, resilient as ever, used the platform to highlight media accountability in speeches at events. Lorraine, adapting swiftly, featured more uplifting content, regaining viewer trust. Reconciliation whispers surfaced at awards shows, where they exchanged cordial nods. The event's legacy, reformed interview protocols across networks, emphasizing consent and respect. Fans remember it as Cliff's stand against intrusion, bolstering his icon status. Lorraine's career, undimmed, continued thriving with specials. Socially, it prompted dialogues on celebrity mental health, with charities benefiting from donations. Video compilations endure online, a reminder of live TV's unpredictability. Both emerged stronger, their clash a catalyst for industry introspection. In the grand tapestry of showbiz, such moments define eras, pushing boundaries toward better practices. The title captures the essence, but the story reveals deeper human truths. Expanding, the fallout influenced pop culture broadly, inspiring episodes and soaps mimicking the drama. Analysts predict similar incidents will decrease with new safeguards. Cliff's music, timeless, gained new listeners curious from the buzz. Lorraine's empathy shown in follow-ups, interviewing survivors sensitively. Public sentiment shifted positively, viewing both as professionals navigating mishaps. The script's virality taught digital literacy, discerning fact from hype. Ultimately, it reinforced entertainment's role in societal reflection, turning conflict into conversation. As years progress, this will be anecdote in memoirs, a footnote in storied careers. Yet, its impact lingers, promoting kindness and curiosity.